Disclaimer: if you're not eating food, don't watch this podcast. I know it sounds silly. Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my new episode. So, it is for me new era. Why? Because I discovered for myself new era podcast. Why? How it is in this podcast, in this new episode, you don't only watch what we're talking about, but during podcast we eat food. Yeah, you heard it right. We eat food during podcast. I know it sounds silly, but it's amazing because it feels comfortable and it gives you comfort. It gives you not only mindset or knowledge or new thoughts or kind of motivation, but also it gives you taste, feelings, emotions. I'm 100% sure. And if you are hungry, please do not watch it. Please don't. Don't do it, okay? Pick up your food and let's watch it. Hi, Sabina. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing great.
I'm also great. Thanks for asking. You are looking amazing today.
Thank you so much. You look amazing as well.
Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. By the way, I said to order food. What
Yeah,
you prepare today?
I'm eating chicken with rice. What about you?
Amazing. I ordered sushi.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Then we can open our orders. Honestly, I'm so hungry today.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
I have it on my plate because I already opened it. So
I got you. Yeah. So I start asking questions while eating, if you don't mind. And it's like talking and feeling free while podcasts, and I want to share people emotions, not like knowledge, right?
okay.
And let's get started. Who is Sabina?
Whoa, that's a very difficult question, like right off the bat. So first of all, I'm 17 years old. I live in Central Europe in Slovakia. It's a very small country, as I said, in Central Europe. I still attend high school, and in my free time, I basically just dedicate all of my time to copywriting. I also have some other hobbies, like, for example, I work out and play electric guitar. So, yeah, and I also read books from time to time, but I don't really have time for that anymore. So, yeah.
You play guitar?
Yes, electric guitar. It's in the back over there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Probably not, but it's there.
I saw it. I saw it before. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I'm amazed. Oh, she knows how to play guitar. Oh my gosh, I'm so amazed. I don't even play any tool. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Today I
That's
had a lesson actually, like 2 hours ago, I think.
By the way, you said you are 17. When I saw your
Yeah.
podcast with Ali,
Yeah.
you said you have a passion in 14 to make money. Where does
Yeah.
the passion come from?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. Like ever since, yeah, as I said, like how I was 14 and basically I just really was into making money. I really wanted to make my own living to be able to pay for my own things and be able to basically be self-sustainable, if that's the right word, like being able to live on my own, not having to rely on anyone else. So that was like heavily implied during my childhood, so I guess that's where the passion for money making came in. However, yeah, as I said, like I got into the online space at 16, so 2 years.
That's amazing. You said you are doing copywriting, right?
Yes, yes.
Where do you know about copywriting?
I actually found out about it on YouTube. I'm not sure like who it was, some random guy just talking about it. And while I was doing homework, I was just listening to some random videos about copywriting to just see if it's even possible to make money with it, you know, if it's not
Yeah,
just
but
another scam or something. Yeah, and then I was learning copywriting maybe a month or two just for YouTube videos through the free stuff. And then the digital launchpad launched, and yeah, I joined, and the rest is history, I guess.
so you made money from copywriting, right?
Yeah.
And how's that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy. Like, not like physically, you know, it's not like some hard work. It's more like mentally, you just have to stick with it until it like finally works out. But yeah, I mean, it's like every month there is a new challenge, and you realize that you have just so much to learn. Like, you think that you are finally like on the right path and you have it figured out, that you finally know what you're doing, but then like month after month you are proven wrong. So basically for me it's constant learning and evolving and learning more about copywriting, about outreach. And yeah, I would say like it's the most fun part about it, but as well it's the most difficult part about it.
I agree. I agree with you. And do you think you are struggling, right? And what do you think? Is it worth it to copywriting?
Absolutely, I cannot imagine doing anything else, to be honest, because with other ventures like dropshipping, for example, or e-commerce, you cannot control I mean, even with copywriting you cannot really control the outcome, but you can control like how much outreach you do or how much work you put to copywriting. And you
Yeah.
can basically like somehow calculate what the probability is, like what the outcome will probably be. However, I don't feel like you have this sort of a safety net with e-commerce or, for example, other businesses, because it's basically like you can do how many ads you want, but you cannot control how many people will see that, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I did Shopify store,
Hmm.
e-commerce, and I got you what you mean. Like you cannot control something, but
Yeah.
you're right about copywriting. Absolutely. But you said earlier you cannot imagine another job rather than copywriting. But you think you will stick to it like forever, or do you have any plan to do something else in the future, like having business or
Hmm.
opening agency?
Hmm. Yeah, I cannot imagine doing this for forever. Yeah, like no way. I would really love to go into the agency space and like owning my own business, but that is really like later down the line, because I feel like copywriting is the baseline of like any business. Basically you learn everything, you learn the human psychology, you learn what makes people buy, you learn how to sell, and I think that's important in every business. So knowing copywriting like right off the bat, I feel like, and really knowing it, I feel like that will make the other ventures easier. Of course I can't imagine like right now any other job, but I don't know. I really like copywriting and I really like learning it, learning about the psychology. And I feel like later on, when I do decide to start something new, it will be much easier than when I was starting with copywriting.
Makes sense actually, because I have a podcast with Cyprian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also did he also did copywriting
Mm-hmm.
before going to entrepreneur career.
Mm-hmm.
He said he did so good, even though he didn't make any money, but it copywriting helped him to do outreaching, to
Mm-hmm.
being like knowledgeable, let's say, and to have something mindset. He helped it, like and
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? What kind of mindset me to be copywriter? Because I think I cannot do copywriting, even though I ever never tried before.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, you really have to have the long run mindset. You know, like you cannot expect to be making money within the 3 months you start, or even like 6 months you start, like, of course it's possible, but you will have to put in a lot of work, especially if you are like completely new. You have to realize that it's not a run, it's a marathon, and you really have to have the long vision, like maybe really setting the daily goals and knowing that no matter how many times you fail, your success is inevitable as long as you stick to it and keep doing your daily tasks. Like, there is no way you can fail. So yeah, just have the long run mindset, and if you don't make money in the first 3 months, in the first 6 months, and even in the first 9 months, just stick to it. And it's impossible to fail, but just don't think that it's impossible if you don't make it in a short amount of time. Really have the long vision.
You mean every struggle at the end of the day pay off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, I got you. 100%. Like, I know. Yeah, even though like I cannot imagine anything, any work without struggling.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to learn something. You need to stick to it something to make money. How many children in your family?
mm, like, if I have any siblings.
Yeah. Do you have any sibling?
uh, I actually have a, I'm not sure how it's called, like, she is not my, like, a sibling. She's like my half sibling. I'm not sure if that's a word in English, but basically we have the same father but different moms, and she's like a lot older than me. So yeah, I just have one half sister, I guess. I'm
I
not
think
sure
it's
how it's
called
called.
step. Step.
Hmm. Yeah,
Step sister.
exactly. Hmm.
That's all.
Yeah. I don't really have any other siblings. What about you?
I have only one brother,
Hmm.
and he's too old. I mean, older than me, like 16 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My sister is older than me by, hold on, I need to calculate this. Um, by 23 years.
You what?
My half sister is older than me by 23 years.
Oh wow,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
so
something else, you know. Wow. What was your first job?
my first job, okay, I'm not a native, I'm not native in English, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure how it's called. But basically, in like a store, in like a clothing store, you just put numbers of the dresses, and basically you just put them on paper so that they know exactly what amount they have of everything. So like,
Yeah.
nobody can steal anything, so that they know exactly like how much money they made from the dresses. So yeah, I'm not sure how it's called in Slovak. It's called inventura. I'm not sure how it's called in English, but basically I did that.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Oh, I think I did so many things in my life.
Yeah.
Um, like I don't have passion about making money, but I really interested in knitting something, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I started knitting when I was 6 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
I was
amazing.
so little at that time, and I'm really curious about knitting, making some stuffs for myself, for my family, for my brother,
Yeah.
right? Um, making socks. It was amazing, even though I couldn't make it so awesome, but I did it. Then it was my hobby actually.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Somehow I got order from my
Mm-hmm.
channel. I started doing channel like e-commerce. It was during COVID.
Okay.
I didn't know. I had no clue about how to make money,
Yeah.
but like I open the channel, I run the channel, I put some photos there, and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
photos like clothes, bags, knit bags, and I got some orders from.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even know about like whose they are, but they order it to knitting, and they also
Whoa.
paid me first. I yeah, actually, yeah, it
Whoa.
also actually motivated me. Yeah, I first they first paid me, and then I started knitting. I started making money with knitting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if I think about it, oh my gosh! Also, I'm amazed. Oh wow! I started making money when I was so young. I
Yeah,
had no
that's
clue
awesome.
how. Yeah,
I also used to not knit but crochet. I can even show you some stuff if you want. It's like in
yeah,
my room.
definitely
Okay,
do.
just give me a
Please.
second. Give me a second. These are like the two main things I have crocheted. So first is like this bag. I hope you can see it.
Oh, is it tote bag like right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a tulip bag. Yeah. And these flowers. Yeah, so this one. And then this is the second bag I've made. Also like a
Wow, so
tote bag.
beautiful.
Yeah, like roses, I think it is. Honestly, like I didn't make this up like with my mind. I watched a tutorial. I'm not sure who the creator was, so I don't know, but yeah, I also
It was
used to
amazing.
crochet. Not anymore because I don't really have time, but I really used to do that.
Yeah, I also try with this roses with these flowers.
Yeah,
It's so hard to make it, but it's so beautiful.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, always welcome. Do you use it?
No, because it's not really practical. Like, especially the tulip one, it's way too large. So if I put some things in there, it just goes to the one side and it just, is like tilted like this. And it's really
Yeah,
not practical. And the rose one, I mean, um, when I basically put inside it, like the piece of textile, so that the crochet it doesn't stretch. So I put some piece of textile inside so that it doesn't stretch, but I
yeah. It does
didn't
not make sense.
really. Yeah, I didn't put it there correctly, so now it's like falling apart a little bit. So I just keep it inside my room, like something nice to look at. And maybe when I have something like little to take, then maybe I will use it. But honestly, it's just something nice to look at in my room. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but you at least you try your best, right? And I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
think
yeah,
that's the thing,
yeah.
rather than not trying,
I
right?
exactly. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, makes sense. And how much money did you make till this moment by copywriting?
I think from 700 to 800, so it wasn't really like that much.
But it makes sense. You did all right. You said you joined DL 2 months
Yeah.
ago, right?
No, 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 no. I joined DL a long time ago. A long time ago. Like
Oh,
when when it was beginning actually. I've been there from the early days, like when it was on a different platform on Mighty. And yeah, so a long time. So
so
it
you
took
were
me a long
OG, right?
time. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you're
one of
OG.
the
Yeah, yeah,
OG
yeah.
OGs.
Makes sense, right? And I think it was on February, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Uh maybe. Honestly, I don't know. No, 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 no. Because on February they transformed the platform, I think.
Yeah.
But I've been there since December maybe. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I can even check, but I think it's been November, December, not earlier. How long have you been on DL actually?
6 months.
Oh, okay, okay.
So did you try then copywriting? Like there's another programs like e-commerce or agency accelerator,
Hmm.
right? Digital
Mm-hmm.
law, don't I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've watched the other courses. I've watched Digital Dawn, the six-figure sales rep, because I believe sales is an important skill no matter like which route you take. I haven't watched the e-commerce one or the agency owner one. However, I have done print on demand exactly a year ago, like from August to September. However, I literally it was failing so much. I just decided to close it down. Like that
What,
was
you
one of the
closed down
first.
what? Sorry.
I had my print on demand store. It had a website and everything.
Oh.
However, here I was very like optimistic about it and how easy it will be to make money from it, and I was just delusional about it, and until the reality hit me, so then I decided to close it down and decided to find something else. How do you like the sushi, by the way?
Amazing. I really like salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I really love
Oh,
fish.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. It was a long time ago. I tried sushi like 2 month,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, and it it tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Um, your store powered by Shopify, isn't it?
Honestly, I don't know. I did it. Everything was done for free, so I'm not sure. I was like watching this one YouTuber. I'm not sure if I can mention her, but basically she was talking about like a lot of these online business stuff, and she showed these ways like how to do it entirely for free. So basically, I had my store done entirely for free. I'm not sure if it was done by Shopify, to be honest. E-commerce is, in my opinion, like very difficult. I'm not sure if I will ever go down that path, maybe just to try it and just to learn it. But honestly, like in my opinion, if you are just starting out and you do not have the discipline or, anything to keep it up, just like I didn't have, and not really working on it, then it's just, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, you have to do something you love to do, right? And money will come itself, I think.
Yeah, I have the opposite approach, to be honest. Like you just do what you have to do in order to make money, and once you start making money, then you will love doing the thing that you do. That
Oh
is
my
my approach,
gosh.
to be honest. That is my approach.
Oh, but makes sense. But like honestly, me myself cannot do something that I don't love to do, that don't
Yeah.
like to do. Like if I make money from it, if
Yeah.
I don't like it, I don't care about money.
Really? Then we
Yeah,
have a really different approach to this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I need to do something that I love to do.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely. In my family, I'm a little child, and if I ask something, it will come.
Mm-hmm.
And I never have an issue with money in my entire life. So even if I make money, or even if I don't make money, my family does not care about my money. This is why I don't care about job. So this is why I think my approach in this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's possible because like my situation, it's quite different because like currently I just live me and my mom, and her job doesn't really give her that much money. And like my mom, she's always been dreaming to basically move into the city, like into the main city of Slovakia. And right now currently we live close, but still it's like quite far away. I have to travel around 45 minutes to an hour every day to school, so yeah, it's still quite far. But yeah, like I really want to help her. I really want to help support her and help her make her dreams come true. So I think this is why my approach is a little bit different.
But it makes sense, and I think I'm thinking you will do it. You can do it. I really want to make my mother's dream come true.
Yeah.
And my father recently died, and there is only me and my mother and my brother and his
Mhm.
family. But it is his family,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like, and there is, even though he and his family lives with us,
Yeah.
but there is there is still me and my mother, and I got you 100%.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
also,
yeah.
we want to make her dreams come true, like going to somewhere, uh,
Mm-hmm.
tripping, traveling with her. It makes me cry sometimes if I think about it, because
Yeah.
yeah, she loves me so much, and I love her so much, and I got your
Mm-hmm.
situation. You love your mother so much,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, every struggle it will worth it, and it will pay off.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, I got this. And I'm trying my best to make money, even
Yeah.
though I'm not making money. but
Yeah, it will come either way. Just stick
yeah,
with
it
it
will.
and like keep
Yeah,
trying and it will definitely work out.
yeah, inshallah. And by the way, what's your religion?
Honestly, yeah, like I'm still just 17 years old, so I'm not really clear on that. I would say I'm a very highly spiritual person, but I don't know. I think I'm too young to know, like I feel I will figure it out as I go through life, like what I believe in, what I don't believe in. But currently I would say I'm a very highly spiritual person, I guess.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Do you think in your success is there any role of God?
Honestly, I feel like maybe because do you remember the calls we had with Ryan Horgan? Well, basically, he had this one call about manifestation, and how it feels right before you manifest. And basically, I just tried what he said, and then I had like a random question in my mind. Like, this was right before I started making money with copywriting. And the question was, are you ready to give up your old life to have your new life? And I was like, yeah, of course I am ready. But then I had to make a decision, and this decision basically it would show that I am ready to get my new life and to just, don't have my old life anymore. And basically from then there everything was like going everything just went up. From this one moment I felt exactly what he described. Like I'm not sure how I can explain it, but basically what he was talking about. And basically just then, from then it was just going up. So I do believe that it has some sort of role because I manifest a lot and it always works out, so I do believe that there is some kind of intervention.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm not sure if I described it like in a good way, but I hope I did.
No, you did. Yeah, I
Okay.
got you 100%, right? Uh, but you don't think it is because universe?
Yeah, probably I would say like genuinely, as I said, I like when I address, I just say dear universe, like this way I talk about it and address it, but I'm not sure like in which way, like what I believe in, because I think I'm too young to know.
Please, next time when you are manifesting, say dear Allah, not
Okay.
universe. Even you are not
Okay.
Muslim. Like
Mhm.
honestly, I do not believe
Mhm.
manifesting. I do not manifest at all.
Mhm.
Maybe it does not make sense for you, but it makes sense for me. And because
Mhm. Okay.
I'm Muslim, and purpose of manifesting is asking from something from universe, right? It's just universe. There's some planets, there's some star, but
Yeah.
I think if I tell you, is there something power to build this universe? Something more powerful than universe, right?
Mhm.
And this called Allah. In my
Mhm.
religion, there is only true one God, and we worship
Mhm.
Allah. I don't
Mhm.
believe in manifest. Even
Mhm.
if I want something else, I'll just ask Allah, give me this, or
Mhm.
if it's good for me, give me. If it's bad, just remove and block this thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, if I get this, or if I do not get this, I will not upset either way. So it makes sense for me.
I absolutely understand. Yeah. Um, I think it's like the difference between like how you address it and what you believe in. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it depends on what you believe. I mean, there is so many religions, right? Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity,
Yeah.
Islam, what I worship in Allah. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, if you don't know your religion, just start with asking Allah if you want to,
Okay.
or just God. If we can call you like universe, you made this sushi and this sushi powerless in your side, right? And
Hmm.
there is your mother then powerful than you, right? And I mean, if you are universe, there is something then more powerful than you,
Hmm.
right? Asking for universe, it does not make sense if there is something more than powerful than a universe.
Hmm.
Manifesting means asking something from universe and dreaming about it and doing nothing but asking from universe. It does not make sense if you don't work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. Like, most people think that manifestation is write 3 times something and then it will like somehow magically come to life. It doesn't really work that way, in my opinion. Like, you really have to, like, it's good to manifest and to have that assurance that, okay, this will come in time. Like, when is the right time, this will come. However, you still have to keep taking the action goals. However, in my opinion, like, the way I do it, it makes the action goals much more easier, because if I
Yeah.
manifest it, if I write it down in the past tense, like, okay, 6 months from now I have this, this, and this, and this, and then I believe that 6 months from now I have those things. So now I have to take action so that in 6 months I will have those things, you know. But you do it in a way that you have the end goal in mind, and that you know that, okay, in 6 months I'll be making this amount of money, so no matter what I do, it will happen. However, you still have to take those actions. Like, no matter how many times I fail, no matter how many opportunities I miss, I will still get to that goal, you know. That's the way it really works for me, and which I found the most success with. So yeah.
That makes sense because the meaning of manifesting, not doing anything, but just asking, you can get something when you do
Yeah.
manifest, right?
Yeah,
Makes
and I
sense.
mean, I don't really think it works that way, because if it did work, that there wouldn't be any struggle in this world. However, there is. I mean,
Yeah, that makes
I've watched
sense. You are thinking right. I agree.
yeah, and I mean, I watched some videos of like some manifestation coaches, and they even say that, like, even if you do nothing, you can still manifest the amount of money. Like, and I mean, I really do think that it's possible. However, at the same time, I think it's impossible, because you have to be 100% certain that this thing will come, you know. But um the more you do, the more you are certain that that thing will come, which makes the manifestation easier. So it is possible, but at the same time, it's impossible to believe in it if you don't take any action. I hope you understand what I mean, because I'm not sure if I'm explaining it correctly, but
Yeah,
basically that's what I got from learning about all of this stuff.
makes sense. What do you think about university degree? Is it make sense for you?
Well, for me personally, no. But I think, yeah, I mean, degrees are great. Like, for example, you cannot do certain things without degrees. Like, for example, if you want to be a doctor or help people, be a lawyer, in my opinion, you do need degrees for those, and you do need the education in order to basically be a great doctor, be a great surgeon. You do need that level of education for doing those things and really trying to help people. However, what I do not think makes sense is that if you get a degree, you will make a lot of money. I think that is complete bullshit, in my opinion, because you pay a lot for that school and you have a lot of student debt. I believe that if you want a certain job, and if that job requires a degree, then definitely, like, you should get the degree. And in time, like, if you just want a job and you don't care about the money, then, like, absolutely. However, if you want to get into a good school and get a degree just for the purpose of making money, then you are just wasting your time. There are a lot of more useful ways to do that, you know? A lot more cheaper ways to do that. So yeah, if you want, yeah, as I said, like, if you want a certain job, if you want to be a doctor, a surgeon, a lawyer, then I believe there is no way around it. But if your purpose is just making money, then I honestly don't see why people are wasting their time.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you think? Will you have university degree?
Honestly, I would like to have the university experience. So I'm not sure if that's worth it. but I would really like to experience like what it's like attending a university. However, I still have like what 3 years of high school left approximately, so there is still time to decide. Honestly, at this point, I'm sad that I will probably go to a university just for the experience. I'm not sure. I'll see. I'll see how I decide.
Honestly, I love the way you phrase it. Experiencing. I really would love to experience the university. I love this phrase, honestly, because
Thank you so
like,
much.
yeah, like I don't know. When I heard it, I love it. Right?
Thank you
And
so
it
much.
makes sense. Yeah. Having a university degree, it's something else. And
Hmm.
experiencing university struggle, like making friends and networking, having knowledge like more than you have. It makes sense. Even though you
Yeah.
will not have a university degree, you will have experience. Just got it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Because me myself, I'm at the university, and this is my final year.
Hmm.
And like, even though if I will get the diploma,
Hmm.
like it does not make sense for me if I do
Hmm.
not use it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job,
Yeah.
but I love the way the university gave me the friends, networking, experience. Even
Hmm.
if I don't get diploma, I don't care about the university degree. Does not
Yeah.
make sense at all, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, agree. Um, how many books you read? Because you mentioned earlier, when you have free time, you read books, right?
Yeah. Honestly, this year, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've read like what 3, 4 books. Okay, I'm gonna check because I don't want to lie, but it's not a huge amount. The peak of my reading was like 2 years ago, but even then, I read like 25 books. So nothing. I don't read like too much, but yeah, I this year I read 3 books in total.
Which books?
Okay, let me check. Um, okay, so this year I've read like not self-development books. I don't really read self-development books. I've read Bunny by Mona Awad. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Then both Heaven and All the Lovers in the Night by Mieko Kawakami. So yeah, not really self-development books or anything like that, just more for relaxation.
What genre do you read most?
Um, genre. I really like realism. I think like that's how it's called in my language, realismus. So realism, I think a lot of Russian literature falls under that mm, genre. So yeah.
So, do you know how to speak Russian, right?
No, 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 no. I like my language. It sounds really similar to Russian, but we use a completely different alphabet, completely different words. I mean, it's similar. Some words are very similar, but it's not the same. Many foreigners think that Slovak language is very it's literally they think it's the same as Russian language, but it's honestly very different.
It is unique language, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
From before, yeah. The reason why I'm asking, the Russian language is my second language.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it is. Yeah, it is. I once read Dostoevsky,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I hate it. Honestly, I don't like it.
Yeah,
Hard,
I can
yeah,
imagine why.
like, it's hard to understand.
Yes, 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 yes.
No, makes sense. This is
I read
why.
like uh, one book by him, which was literally 50 pages. It's called The Meek One or The Gentle Creature. It's really short, 50 pages. And it took me like, what, 8 hours to read? 5 to 8 hours? Because literally every second word is just so difficult. And the way he words the sentences, it's very difficult to understand. And yeah, sometimes he just goes off about something completely else. So yeah, I completely understand why you don't like him.
Me too, because it's hard to understand
Yeah.
meaning the words.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is why I chose to read more business books.
Mm-hmm.
It's like more comfortable. I don't know. People don't like to read it, but it gives me motivation, the knowledge, experiences it gave me. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it makes sense.
Honestly, I don't really like to read business books or self development books because every day, like when I get home from school, I just work until I go to sleep. So, like, I just constantly, it's either school or work every day. So when I do have the time to actually read something or to watch something, I usually don't watch it like something business related because I just really want to break from that, you know. So that's why I don't really like to read those books or
Makes sense. The person has to read what she or he wants to read, right?
yeah, exactly.
Sense. When you are facing some sort of struggle, how you can um get rid of the stress?
If you're talking about stress from working, you don't really get rid of it, you know. You have to be adjusted to it because like if we are talking about the entrepreneurial life or things like that, it is stressful and you don't really get rid of it. You just have to learn how to manage it and learn how to not freak out when things go wrong or you know have a complete meltdown. I actually had to learn this by myself because the first time I was working for a client, everything was going completely wrong. Like it couldn't have gone more wrong. It was terrible. So yeah, in those situations you just have to learn how to manage it. You don't really get rid of it. You just have to accept it and act and work the way you would if you weren't stressed, if you weren't anxious, if you weren't tired. uh yeah, you don't get rid of it, you just get used to it, I would say.
Has something to handle with stress, right? When you are
Mm-hmm.
facing something troubleshot, you need to
Mm-hmm.
something to handle with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Someone listen music, someone just sleep, someone just prefer to walking.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Honestly, for me, I would say listening to music is like the main thing which actually helps me and which basically just makes me stop like being super focused on the problem. So music and then talking. Like really talking and learning that the trouble I'm facing it's not really that huge because honestly like I tend to really dramatize things, you know, and it really helps to look at it from other people's point of view that it's not really that serious and that I can just deal with it and move on. So I would just say like talking to my friends or to my mentor or like listening to music.
When you start listening music, it starts controlling your emotions. I think this is why when you get stressed, you prefer just listening music. Plus everything cleaning up by the words of the music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even like the tone of it, you know, and the sound, it affects your brain like to a huge degree. So I feel like if you listen to some kind of music, then it can relax you or make you feel better about the problem that you are currently facing.
You said you talk with people and you
Yeah.
tell them the problem, right?
Mhm.
And in front of them, your problem is something small problem.
Like, I didn't mean it like it's a small problem. I mean it like it's not the end of the world, you know? Because I
Yeah.
really tend to dramatize things and really take them personally and seriously. And when I really like talk to people who are more experienced than me, like for example, my mentor, I learned that he has had similar experiences, you know? And like he is still doing great. He is still making a lot of money and like even though that did happen, like he did get bad results and everything went completely wrong, it wasn't the, you know, it wasn't the end of the world when these things do happen. It's really good for me to learn that, you know, it's not as serious as I make it out to be. Like it's a learning experience and you just have to learn what you have to learn and then move on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I agree. because sometimes sometimes you tell the problems to your friends.
Yeah.
They just cannot take it seriously, and that
Yeah.
makes me more angry than I was
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when they are like, oh, it's nothing, it's nothing,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah. Yeah.
overthinking. Oh shit, what am I talking about? I'm just
Yeah.
I'm stressing. That makes me angry more than I
Yeah,
was,
me
right?
as well. Me as well. I really feel then like unsafe to talk about those things again. So, yeah, I completely get this point of view. However, I meant it in a completely different way, like really taking a step back and seeing that the problem or the what I'm facing is not the end of the world, and you can still
Yeah,
get through it and still get to your goal.
yeah, and this problem is yours, right? Not
Yeah.
others. Not others are facing this problem, and of course it hurts sometimes. And when you're facing something like
Yeah.
big issue, it seems like big issue. Right? You would tend to overthinking when something gets hard, and that's okay.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
even though you mentioned it's not end of the world, but it's anyway it hurts.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It still like hurts and you are still stressed about it. However, it helps. It really helps to see that other people have gone through it and that they have come out like on the other side, and saying that you can still be successful and still basically be good at what you do even though you have done many mistakes in the past.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you think about having uh
I didn't want children like ever since I was like young. I never really felt called to having children. Even like currently, I'm like, I'm not sure if that's something I want, but again, I'm 17 years old, so I know nothing. But yeah, like, I don't really want to have children. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't really like the thought of it. So yeah.
it's your story, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, I have a question I prepared for you.
Hmm.
Special questions.
Oh, okay.
Do you compare yourself with others when you see they are doing better than you?
Um, I wouldn't say I compare myself to them. I really wish them the best. Like, I really am like, okay, if they can do that, then I can do that as well. I take it as a sign that what they are doing is achievable for me as well. So I wouldn't say, no, I don't really compare myself to them. I feel really happy for them. And I know that if they can achieve it, then it's definitely possible for me as well.
Yeah, makes sense. You thought you will regret one day, and what it is.
Mm, like, what will I regret one day?
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, nothing. Even right now, I know I've made like dumb, even though like I'm quite young, I know I've made many bad decisions in the past and pretty dumb ones as well. But I know that all of those decisions led me to where I am today. And I'm really grateful for where I am today. So I feel like this mindset will continue with me into the future. Like, even though I've made many mistakes or there are some things I regret, I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for those mistakes or those decisions. I don't really view it as regretting something.
All right. Doors were closed for you, and what did you do for winning? You asked help for everyone you could ask, your friends,
Hmm.
your mentors, your family members, and they said to you no, and you don't have any clue to do something, but you need to do something. What would you do?
I have no clue. Well, I would just start doing it. Like, if it's a certain task, I will just start and figure it out along the way or try my best to figure it out. Even though I have no clue, like, if I have to do something, I will do it. Like there is no other way around it. I will have to learn somehow how to do it, or like figure my way, I guess.
Figuring either way, right? Makes sense. What do you think? How much you are passionate about your job?
I'm not sure. I would probably say like um 6 or 7. I'm not sure if I'm really passionate about copywriting itself. I really like the skills that you learn along with it. I really like copywriting, but I like making money more. So, yeah, it's just a tool I use for that. But yeah, I would say maybe like 7, 8. 7, 8. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do like somewhere around 7 or 8.
Do you want to try rather than copywriting? If you have
Mm-hmm.
like, if you are not like 100% passionate about copywriting, what you gonna try when you cannot do copywriting? What do you think?
I think once I make enough money with copywriting, I will move on to other things like maybe starting my own business or like moving into the agency space. However, I'm definitely not done with copywriting because I know I have so much to learn about it, and I don't feel like I know it as much as I would like to. So, yeah, I'm not sure like what, because I know that's in the 5-year time frame, maybe even, yeah, like 4 to 5 year time frame. So haven't really thought about it that much. I know I would like to start an agency, but first, yeah, as I said, I would really like to know copywriting as much as possible.
Makes sense. For you, like outreaching and having agency, what do you think about networking and running some page like Instagram page or YouTube blog? What do you think about it? Do you want to do it or it does not make sense for you?
An Instagram page, definitely. I would really love to put more attention to it, because honestly, the only reason why I have my Instagram is for outreach, and just have the basic posts and some testimonials. However, I would really love to take it to the next level. Actually, I'm thinking of finding some social media manager once I make more money and I'm able to hire someone. That's like one of the first things I want to do. Like hiring someone to take care of my social media, because genuinely, like in my day-to-day life, I just don't have time for that, and it's not on my, like, it's not my priority currently. But
Yeah.
once I make more money, once I have more testimonials and have better skills, then I would love to hire someone to take care of my social media.
Yeah, I know. If you use so barely your social media platforms like Discord, even if I text you something, I will receive and like some hours after. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
also I
I
know if you
barely
do
read
not
it.
use your Instagram page, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, I have notifications like turned off on almost everything, like Discord. I have so many messages on there and requests on there. I just don't. I would really love to go through them and really love to help everyone, but honestly, like at the end of the day, I have no energy to even like look at the screen. I just want to go to sleep. And I really cannot like prioritize those tasks over those that I have right now. So I would love to like reply to everyone right away, but and help everyone, because I have a lot of requests, as I said before, but there is just no time or energy for that.
Yeah, you are famous.
Oh, yeah. I actually wasn't even aware of that people know me on the DL server until like Ali said so. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know about you. And then in DL group chat, one girl send your picture with Ali. I mean, the link of a screenshot.
Yeah.
There was you and Ali,
Yeah.
what podcast. I didn't see her before.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
her? who is she? I need to find her. I need to do podcast with
Yeah.
her. That makes sense. Um, you know, as a DL student, there is always boy like a man, doing something like doing cold call. Like there is so less girls there,
Yeah.
and so less girls achieving something, and you are one of them, right?
Yeah, I'm
And
really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy
wow,
about that.
it makes sense, and I'm really proud of you. Like when you're
Thank you so much. Thank you
doing it,
so much.
yeah. And I'm really happy to do podcast with you. By the way,
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it as well. Thank you so much for inviting me.
yeah, my pleasure. Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
um, what do you think about people who trying several things at once, like today copywriting, next day trading or sales?
It's a complete waste of time because you really have to put your attention to one thing and really try to make that work, and then once that is working you can move on to the next. However, no, like when you are, especially like when you are beginning, don't just do like every week something else because you think that it's impossible or it's too hard. Just stick with one thing and just stick with it until you achieve what you wanted to achieve. Like really, even like randomly pick something. It doesn't have to, because everything works, you just have to put in the work. So just pick
Yeah,
something which you like the most, or just something random and just stick with it. Because I feel like if you just begin something and then you never ever go through it, you even lose the trust you have in yourself to be able to complete something or to be able to achieve a certain goal. And that is extremely important in my opinion, like especially in the online space. Like you really have to learn how to trust yourself, to rely on yourself. And when you just begin a new venture every single week, you don't have that trust in yourself, you don't have that stability. So just pick something and just go with it, because it's completely useless doing two things at once, because none of them will work out.
I agree with you. I don't like people who doesn't stick to one thing. Today trading, next day sales,
Yeah.
and then next day 9 to 5 job, right? And they cannot experience even one failure, right?
Yeah.
And it's mind blowing how they can how it's possible to make money in this position. They try something, several 10 jobs, and they choose one job
Hmm.
because it looked more easier.
Yeah.
They did 1 month, but they faced one failure and they just leave it and then jump to another job. It does not make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, they think that there is some sort of a secret way to make money which is completely easy, or like they just look at YouTube videos which are promising them like make 1K in 5
Yeah,
days, when starting this, and that's just impossible. I mean not impossible. I mean, sure you can do that, but as a beginner you would have to work like 24/7, and I'm not even joking, to even have a chance at that. So it's like they just have this like this uninformed optimism about how easy it is to make money, but they don't realize that if it was easy, people just wouldn't go to their 9 to 5. People, no, nobody would do it. Like everyone would do it if it was easy. Everybody would be doing it, and they don't realize that. So they have this uninformed optimism, and then when they learn about it more and more, and they learn that it's actually difficult, and the things that they're promised on YouTube, they are not real, and then they just go into this like informed pessimism, and then for a long time they are working and like nothing is paying off, and in this stage most people quit. But then you hit like this one, you just achieve one thing and the stone just keeps rolling. So you
yeah.
just have to stick with it, even though you are working I don't know how many hours a day and you get nothing out of it. If you just stick to it, then in it's just a matter of time like when you will win.
Yeah,
That's
makes sense.
my opinion. That's my opinion.
When you mentioned the the coaching, the reels, it actually I remember one thing. The reason why I joined DL because of the Jordan
Mm-hmm.
e-commerce coach, Jordan Welch. I believe in him. It seems to me so easy to make money from his videos, but the the harsh reality, it wasn't. It was really hard. I joined DL. I started building my website on Shopify store. I had a blueprint. How to manage apps, how to manage ad Facebook ad, how to manage I mean Shopify store, where to buy, where to sell, doing TikTok ads. I had a blueprint. It seems like oh so easy. Oh, I told my mother, oh I will make money in 1 month. I will do 1 month. You will see. I said to my mother these things, and then there is harsh reality, and then I
Yeah.
face so many problems.
Mm-hmm.
So like managing money through Shopify. So it was so hard. I
Mm-hmm.
barely find solution in 2 months, right? And he didn't tell about us. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
mention about this kind of problems, right? By the
Mm-hmm.
way, you find problems, but the couch, the millionaire, if it's even he's billionaire, he or she never ever tell you there is a problem you need to solve. No, they do not tell anything about
Yeah.
issues. They show the result. They said they will give you the blueprint to
Yeah.
make money, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, every time you face something problem, like it's a harsh reality, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and the amount of work you have to put into it, it's yeah, that they don't really mention it at all. I mean, because they want you to just buy things and buy their
Yeah,
courses and watch their videos. And they don't really mention that achieving and making money is actually difficult because nobody wants difficult. They just want something easy, but that's just not the way it works. You just have to put your head down, go to work, and eventually it will work out.
yeah, it will work out and it will pay off.
Yeah.
Okay. My question will take you time answer you, but I
Mhm.
need your honest answer. And this is I asked before,
Mhm.
but that time you need to answer clearly with thinking. My last question is, who is really Sabina? Because the reason why I'm asking this question another time, we are more than person. We are someone's child, daughter, someone's son, having something issues, having something difficult, or we are someone's girlfriend or boyfriend, right? And we are entrepreneur, we are girl boss. Who you really are?
Who I really am. I would say I am ambitious. I am very hardworking. I am. What else? I really love my friends. I really love spending time with my friends. I would say I'm very friendly, extroverted. Um, what else? Uh,
Just think. Take your time. You don't
okay,
have to answer in 1 minute, right? Just think
okay,
who you are, really are. Just think about it.
okay. Yeah, like as I said, I'm very friendly. I'm very ambitious. I'm a quick learner. Phew, I'm independent. Um, I would say I dramatize things a lot, especially like stress things and problems and things like that. I get stressed very easily. Um, I get overwhelmed easily. Um, what else? I'm very creative. Hmm. Yeah, that's all that comes to mind, honestly. I'm very caring, empathetic. Mm, I get angry easily. Hmm. Mm, phew, I don't know. That's all that comes to mind, honestly.
I will do easy for you. When
Oh,
someone asks about you for me,
yeah.
what do you think? What do you expect? How I rephrase you? What do you want to hear about yourself?
Oh, what would I want to hear about myself? I would like to hear about myself that I'm friendly. Um, uh, what would I want to hear about myself? Yeah, that I'm friendly, that I'm kind. Mm, yeah, as well as like hardworking and ambitious.
Vicious.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all. I don't really, I mean, if I like heard something about myself, I would hope that those are the things I would hear.
Yeah, you are so friendly.
Thank
You're so
you.
beautiful that way. You're so ambitious.
Thank you. Thank you.
You love your mother
Yeah.
more than everything.
Yeah, I
And
really do.
yeah, you are so sincere when you're talking, and you have your brain, and you have your own mindset. And I really adore this, and I really appreciate and I love this, honestly.
Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to you as well. It was really nice.
It is almost time to end.
Yeah.
Uh, End of the call, I really want to say thank you joining me, and thank you being my guest. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and eating with me.
Yeah.
It was so nice because for me, sitting and talking does not make sense if there is
Hmm.
no food.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no
Completely agree.
Yeah,
Completely
there
agree.
is no point. There is nothing matter if there is no food. It does not make sense for me.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and I really enjoy with talking with you and while I'm eating and during podcast. It was so amazing. It was first experience I ever had, and it was experience with you. Thank you for just joining this experience.
Thank you for inviting me.
You are welcome. We can say bye to each other.
Thank you so